First at 4, a school on lockdown and a student under investigation. What we know about a scare at a Western Wayne County high school. Paula.
What could be a sign of the times as a Senate bill starts making its way through the process to protect educators from angry parents.
When you have angry mob mentality people confronting you.
Who's on board for this one?
And welcome to your Thursday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Andrew Humphrey. Storm Tracker 4 showing fewer downpours, fewer thunderstorms. But any more rain for this evening or tonight? We'll talk about that in your weekend forecast. A big cool down first at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit. Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon. I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, a Westland high school is locked down this afternoon over reports of a student with a gun. Sky 4 over a large police presence this afternoon at John Glenn High School. The school's resource officer was notified of a fight before noon. The school was locked down as a precaution, and officers eventually found the student unarmed. No weapons were found on school property. Now, once the building was secured, the lockdown was lifted. Westland police and the school are investigating. A passenger was killed and the driver critically hurt in this violent crash on Detroit's west side. Sky 4 was over that scene on Finkel and Lindsay. That's near the Southfield Freeway. Happened this afternoon. You can see the car right there just cut in half. They tell us the 16-year-old driver bumped into a car, lost control, and hit a tree. Police say that Challenger was stolen. City of Hamtramck gives out free water filters after high levels of lead were detected in some drinking water. About 700 filters with replacement cartridges were given out today to residents at the Hamtramck Town Center. The move comes as officials recently collected samples from 42 homes and 6 sites were above the action level for lead. Residents can have their water tested for free, and we put that information on our website, clickondetroit.com. Well, there is another water problem unfolding, and this one over in Southwest Michigan. The Michigan House Oversight Committee held a hearing today in Lansing to discuss what's happening in Benton Harbor. The predominantly black community is struggling with lead in its water. Groups are criticizing the state for its slow response after high lead levels were first discovered in the city's water system back in 2018.
I don't have a silver bullet for these problems, but what I can say is that we've all been working on these water infrastructure issues, cataloging it, working through asset management plans whenever possible with communities to help them prioritize where they're spending their dollars.
And to make matters worse, a majority of homes are also left without water now due to a water main break that happened yesterday. The issue forced several schools to close today. The CDC's advisory panel is expected to vote within the hour on the use of booster doses for Moderna and Johnson & Johnson. They are also discussing allowing recipients to mix and match their boosters, meaning you would not be limited to the original vaccine you received. The outside experts have spent the day reviewing data on the safety and effectiveness of the boosters. If the panel recommends the booster doses, it then goes to the CDC director for the final say. We'll have the results of the vote and more on what this means for everybody ahead on Local 4 News at 5 and 6. A Detroit man faces charges in Southfield after leading police on a chase in a stolen SUV. New dash cam video shows Tuesday's chase near an apartment complex near 9 Mile Road. You can see the driver intentionally rams into the police trying to get away. Cops were able to box in that SUV a short time later after a brief standoff. 21-year-old Raven Thomas Stephen Lamont Bibbs and 3 other people surrendered. During a search, police found guns and stolen license plates from 3 states. The police chief says the bust was a team effort by officers.
We have a sergeant who responded, began taking an immediate action on ensuring that the officers were located in safe locations, ensured that when negotiations were occurring, that one officer did the negotiations, and also ensured that we had an arrest team ready to go to receive any and all occupants of that vehicle.
Bibbs faces several stolen vehicle and weapons charges. The other 3 people in that SUV have not been charged. Hope you enjoyed the early part of this week. We did see some heavy downpours this afternoon in downtown Detroit. Let's send it over to Andrew. I don't know about you, but it seems pretty darn chilly. Or am I just wimpy, right?
No, not Karen Drew, never wimpy, no matter what the weather is. And Karen's actually right. We are experiencing a cool down. We have cloudy skies overhead, not as wet as earlier today, though. There are a few scattered light showers out there. We just got done with a few heavy downpours across the city, across St. Clair County, some of them headed into parts of Lake Huron. But just to our west, we still have more scattered shower activity and a rotation in the atmosphere that is yet to move through. So we're not out of the woods just yet. Plus, we have lower temperatures on the way. While we're in the mid-60s right here in Detroit, 65 at City Airport, temperatures are 10 degrees lower over in Howell. In between, we have a cold front. So that means we're looking at chillier air mainly for tonight. 61 degrees as we look at downtown Detroit, and it's a bit breezy out there. So a few scattered showers up until midnight, but then temperatures plummet. We'll talk about how low those temperatures go and what your weekend forecast has in minutes.
Well, a disturbing development in the kidnapping of 17 missionaries in Haiti. The leader of the Haitian gang holding them hostage is threatening to kill them if he doesn't get what he's demanding. Kimberly Gill in the newsroom with more and a message from the missionaries' families. Kim?
Karen, the death threat came in the form of a video message posted to social media. The leader of the Haitian gang spoke in front of several coffins. Earlier this week, Haiti's justice minister said the gang was demanding $1 million per person. The FBI won't comment on the negotiation, and the White House says it is not U.S. policy to pay ransom for hostages. The 17 missionaries were kidnapped over the weekend on their way to an orphanage. 5 of them belong to a church in West Michigan's Oceana County. They were all traveling as part of a mission with the Ohio-based Christian Aid Ministries. Today, that group is holding a special day of fasting and prayer. A spokesperson read a letter from the families of the hostages.
We thank him that he is God and ask him to hear our prayers and bring our families home. We also pray that the light of God's love might shine out against the darkness of sin, that the gang members might be freed from their bondage to sin.
In the streets of Port-au-Prince today, groups continued to protest a recent wave of kidnappings in Haiti. The nonprofit Center of Analysis and Research of Human Rights estimates this abduction is just one of at least 119 kidnappings in Haiti in just the month of October. We'll have much more on the family's message to the kidnappers coming up when you join us for Local 4 News at 5. Until then, Karen, we'll send it back to you.
All right, heartbreak for those families.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kim. Well, crews were back out collecting evidence at a Florida nature preserve or reserve in the search for Brian Laundrie. Yesterday, investigators found human remains near some of Laundrie's personal items, including a backpack and a notebook. A lawyer for Laundrie's parents says it's a strong possibility the remains are Brian, but that has not been confirmed by authorities. Laundrie disappeared in September, just days after his fiancée, Gabby Petito, was reported missing. He is a person of interest in her disappearance. Her body was found in Wyoming last month. The debate over mask mandates in person versus virtual learning. We have had some contentious times during the pandemic, but now some state lawmakers are trying to crack down on parents who take things too far at their child's school. Paula Tutman shows us how.
We've seen them across the nation and in our own communities.
I do not understand what we are trying to protect children from by masking them.
Disruptive board meetings when things get heated and threatening.
You guys have stripped my kid of a whole year of school.
Mary Hall Rayford is a board member for East Point Schools.
We had the one gentleman come in and to lecture us, to tell everybody, you know, you're telling people a lie. COVID is a hoax. Don't take the vaccine. More people are dying from the vaccine.
And while she says she's never personally felt abused or threatened at her meetings, she knows of many board members who have.
When you have angry mob mentality people confronting you, you know, you don't know what people are capable of doing when they say things like that.
And now a group of state senators are trying to head off threatening rhetoric before it gets to physical violence by introducing Senate Bill 689.
This heated and hateful rhetoric that we've seen at our school board meetings, inside our schools, that are very threatening to school board members and teachers and administrators, prompted the introduction of this bill.
State Senator Jeremy Moss, who represents Southfield, is one of 14 sponsors of the bill that ups the ante for physical assault to specifically any educator, teacher, or school board member during the commission of their duties as such. Okay, plain English, anyone who puts their hands on or physically attacks an educator while on duty or because of their duty as an educator.
We need to make sure that this type of hateful rhetoric and hateful speech does not turn into hateful actions against our school board members and school personnel.
In its current incarnation, the bill adds extra weight to a high misdemeanor of assault, adding up to a year of jail time and a $1,000 fine. Yet the proposed bill thus far doesn't have a single Republican backing it.
We've reached out to the other side of the aisle because surely they have school board members and school personnel too that are worthy of this type of extra protection. We were not able to find Republican support.
Despite broad bipartisan support for two previous similar bills, SB 67 and a similar House bill 4327 that adds emergency room personnel and first responders to existing law, making it a felony to assault them.
No one should have to be concerned about being attacked because of differences of opinion.
So we did reach out to Senator Mike Shirkey's office in several different ways to get clarity on why no members of his Republican caucus find merit in this. Still haven't heard anything back, but I do want to say that this bill is early in its lifespan. It was just introduced. It's now gone to a hearing. It still has to go to committee, but now is the time for constituents to reach out to their state reps to give their opinion on the merits of a bill that would protect their educators, Karen.
Yeah, residents definitely have to speak up on their opinions on this one. Thank you, Paula. Appreciate it. The CDC wants you to check your fridge for onions that are responsible for a salmonella outbreak. It's making hundreds of people sick, including right here in Michigan. We'll tell you what you need to look out for. What caused this explosion in a busy city that killed 3 and injured dozens more? Plus, what Simone Biles says she won't be doing on tour as she gets ready to perform here in Detroit this weekend. We are tracking what's trending later on First at 4.